Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into an idea that sounds simple, but is actually pretty radical. What if, just by changing the first hour of your day, you could completely transform your entire life? We're going to see how that works by following the story of two people who are at absolute rock bottom until they learn a powerful secret from a very mysterious billionaire. A secret called the 5 a.m. Club. So our story kicks off at a huge seminar with this legendary guru, a guy known only as the Spellbinder. The energy in the room is just electric. And this quote right here, it really gets to the heart of what he teaches. That the biggest things holding us back aren't out there in the world. Nope. They're the fears and the doubts that we let live inside our own heads. And sitting right there in the audience are two people who are just teetering on the edge. First, there's the entrepreneur. She's a tech genius, but she's just been betrayed by her business partners and is about to lose everything she's built. She's so broken, she's actually thinking about ending it all. And next to her is the artist, a guy with incredible talent who is just being crushed by self-doubt and procrastination. And then, something totally unexpected happens. Right in the middle of a sentence, the Spellbinder just collapses on stage. The whole place erupts into chaos. And in that crazy moment, this one big question kind of hangs in the air, a question that's going to shape everything that happens next. How in the world do you go from total breakdown to an absolute world-class breakthrough?
As the panicked crowd starts to clear out, a man walks up to the entrepreneur and the artist. And he looks homeless. His clothes are tattered, he's a mess. But his eyes, whoa, his eyes have this unbelievable confidence, like he's a king. There's just this undeniable power about him.
He tells them his name is Mr. Riley, and that he was a friend of the Spellbinder. And he shares this simple but powerful mantra. Then, he makes them an offer that sounds completely insane. He says he'll fly them both to his private island in Mauritius, all expenses paid, to teach them the secrets to living a legendary life. You know, they're skeptical, but hey, with nothing left to lose, they actually agree. So they land in Mauritius and get the shock of their lives. Turns out, their quirky mentor, Mr. Riley, isn't just some eccentric guy. He's a multi-billionaire. And it's there, on his incredible Paradise Island, that he introduces them to the very first core teaching of the 5 a.m. Club, the Victory Hour, which is built on something he calls the 20-20-20 formula. Okay, so the first 20-minute block from 5 to 5:20 in the morning is all about movement. The goal here is intense exercise. You gotta break a sweat. Think burpees, jumping jacks, a quick sprint. See, doing this fires up your brain. It releases something called BDNF, which is like Miracle-Gro for your brain cells. It cuts down the stress hormone cortisol and basically wakes up your mind for the day. All right, the second block, from 5:20 to 5:40 a.m., is for reflection. This is your time for quiet and peace before the rest of the world gets crazy. But it's not just about daydreaming. It's structured. You could use this time to write in a journal, to meditate on what you're thankful for, or to really plan out your day with intention. The whole point is to get clarity and feel centered. And the last 20 minutes from 5:40 to 6 a.m. are all about growth. This is your dedicated time to learn something. You could read a book about someone amazing, listen to a podcast that teaches you something new, or study a skill that's going to help your career. It's about consciously investing in yourself, making sure you're just a little bit smarter today than you were yesterday. So there it is, the whole formula. Move, reflect, grow. It's so simple, right? But it's incredibly powerful. The idea is that by 6 a.m., while most people are still hitting the snooze button, you've already scored a major victory for your mind, your body, and your spirit. You've set yourself up to win the day before it even really starts. Next stop on this wild journey, Agra, India. And here, they're standing in front of the Taj Mahal. I mean, just imagine it. This masterpiece took 22 years and 20,000 people to build. Mr. Riley uses it as this perfect metaphor. See, building a habit that changes your life, that takes the same kind of epic dedication. It turns out there's some real science behind this. On average, it takes about 66 days for a new habit to become automatic, something you do without even thinking. And it happens in 3 phases. The first 22 days, that's destruction. This is the hardest part, where you're literally fighting your old bad habits. Then comes installation, the next 22 days, where you're actively building the new routine. And finally, integration, where it all clicks and becomes your new normal. From a symbol of enduring love, they travel to a symbol of enduring power, Rome. And it's here, in this city of empires, that Mr. Riley drops another huge lesson on them. To build an amazing outer life, success, wealth, you name it, you first have to conquer the 4 empires that exist inside of you. And this is where it all comes together. See, it's not enough to just have a strong mindset. That's only one piece of the puzzle. You also have to work on your heart set, which is your emotional health, your health set, your physical well-being, and your soul set, your connection to your purpose. Let's dig into what each of those really means. So, mindset. That's your psychology. It's all about the quality of your thoughts. It means you stop playing the victim, you stop blaming everything and everyone else for your problems. Instead, you start thinking like the best in the world, who see every single challenge as an opportunity to get better. Next up is heart set. This one is huge. It's your emotional world. Think about it. You can't build a masterpiece if you're weighed down by old anger or sadness. Mastering your heart set is about letting go of grudges, forgiving people, and filling yourself up with gratitude and love. You gotta clean out the emotional junk. And then, of course, there's your health set, your physical health. I mean, you can't change the world if you're always sick and tired, right? This is about sleeping well, eating right, and staying hydrated. And tied right into this is your soul set, your spirituality. This doesn't have to be about religion. It's about connecting with your why, remembering your purpose, what drives you. Okay, so the final stop on this globe-trotting adventure is Sao Paulo, Brazil. And it's here, after months and months of training these inner empires, that the entrepreneur's new strength is about to be put to the ultimate test. The guys who betrayed her, her old business partners, they track her down. They corner her and the artist in a dark alley, and they get violent, threatening them, trying to force her to sign away the last piece of her company. A knife gets pulled. It's a terrifying life-or-death moment that would have absolutely shattered the person she used to be. But this is where we see the payoff. The old version of her would have been paralyzed by fear, totally out of control, but the new her, she is calm, she is powerful, she draws on that strong mindset, and instead of a threat, she sees a way out. She taps into her heart set and feels compassion for them, not hate, and she just masterfully, calmly talks them down, de-escalating the whole thing and saving both of their lives. And the victory is complete. Mr. Riley reveals that he already took care of her old partners, and he's arranged it so she gets 100% of her company back. She's free, she's powerful, and she's deeply in love. In the end, she and the artist get married. She has gone from being a total victim of her circumstances to the absolute hero of her own story. And really, that's the whole point of this story. The 5 a.m. Club isn't some little productivity trick. It's a whole philosophy for living. Owning your morning isn't just about getting more stuff done. It's about becoming more of the person you were always meant to be. So in the end, the message is pretty simple. That first hour of the day really does set the course for everything that follows. It's this quiet, powerful window of opportunity. So the question this story leaves us with isn't really whether you can take back that hour. It's whether you will.